my side is the microphone. From the green light to the speed trap, Ray Garino and Joe D calls them as they seize them, and you better believe them. Here, relevant news, biased opinion, and outright nonsense regarding every aspect of automotive culture. Gasp! It's mechanical trickery never before broadcast over FCC-regulated airwaves. Thrilled to the explosive tension as Ray and Joe cuss each other down track, barrel roll across the finish line, laughing at certain disaster as they shake hands from the devil. All that and so much more at high noon this Sunday on the Motormouth Radio Hour. Call in and speak live with the Wizards of Speed and the Live Feed, Ray Garino and Joe D. Bring the whole family. Kids under 12 get in free. Every Sunday at noon on WHBC. Take the Hempstead Turnpike to the Meadowbrook Parkway and look for the no parking on the expressway and no express service on the Parkway sign. Go right on Highway 24 to Garden City. $2 all-day parking includes pit pass. Ski there!
All right, we are doing our tribute to Jersey today because of our buddy Jersey Jim, who's been all up and down my spine this week. You know who you are, Jimmy. But we have a bigger concern because now we have some guests. But we are Motormouth Radio, Long Island's only automotive talk show, sitting here in the city on the edge of forever with my host, I'm Ray Guarino, my host, Joe D.
I can't say let's get the hell out of here for at least an hour.
Absolutely. And just as the show started, you can give us a call, 516-572-7440 to get in on this because we have some great guests.
Yes.
And we have none other than Mr. Andy Perillo sitting in front of me. Andy, it's good to see you.
How you doing again?
Well, I was trying to put that mic in front of your face because you know how that works. You got to put that in front of your face to speak. Please introduce for us. I'll give you the honor of introducing our very lovely guest that we have in the studio today.
I am Valerie Kairys Venet.
Hello, Valerie. Very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
We've seen you on TV and in movies and all over the place. Yeah. And, you're...
Yeah, she's doing a fabulous job at the show.
I bet.
A lot of fans coming over, say hello.
Yeah.
She has a great respect for all the fans of the Monkees and Batman because she played quite a few shows on quite a few shows.
Sure.
And she should tell you more about him.
Well,
she's doing some new stuff too, which is nice to hear.
Yeah, tell us about that, Valerie, please, because we had the fortune of being able to look at your stuff. We saw the press kit that came through, so we got a little information, but it's always great coming from the principal. So
absolutely.
I'm kind of known. I've been told that I've done 18 episodes of The Monkees.
Oh.
And I did 2 episodes of Batman. And those were really, really fun days, you know. The monkeys are monkeys, and they were monkeys.
That must have been a trip.
It was a lot of fun. So,
yeah, you were pretty close with the guys, right? I recall.
Yeah,
reading.
I'm still pretty close with them.
Excellent.
Yeah, they do like me.
Right.
And I look at them as my television brothers.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, that's it,
quite
isn't
a family to have.
You know, we're all part of the car world on different levels. Andy's on another level way above us. We don't try to get on his level. But you know, Mike and Joe and I, we're in the car community to different degrees. And I know that in the TV and the movie and the film industries, it's kind of the same thing. I learned this years ago. Everybody kind of does the same thing, just in different venues.
Yes.
So we have like the car brotherhood, the motorcycle brotherhood. Mm-hmm. You have that TV and movie brother and sisterhood.
It's a family.
It's got to be fantastic.
It is. It's a family. Pretty soon you know everybody.
Yeah. And Rob Leonard standing right next to me, this handsome gentleman that we're making work, which I never get to really do. That's why I'm exploiting it. Rob is a huge Monkees fan.
Put the whip down, Ray.
He can probably tell you everything there is to know about the Monkees.
I can, Rob. But I don't remember everything. You know, I can
a lot.
Some things, yeah.
What was it? What was the typical part you played in the Monkees TV show, Valerie?
Well, there were lots of parts. I've been a drummer.
Hey,
with Dina Martin. That was with Dina Martin. Some Like It Lukewarm. That episode, and
see, Rob knows
I think I co-starred in Monkeys a la Mode, and that was the part of Toby Willis.
Wow.
Were you in the big race?
The big race, yeah. There's a photo on our table there. Of
Right. I
me
seen
and
that, but I didn't know you were part of that.
well, that's me bringing the wreath to Davy
Oh,
Jones.
really?
That's I know.
Okay.
I'm hard to recognize
That's true.
those days, but
Yeah.
18 episodes.
That's great.
that I've been told. You
Okay.
know.
How'd you get in 18 episodes? Did you know someone?
Well, I was working on the lot with Jerry Lewis on the Columbia lot.
Okay.
And I got a call one day to come in for an interview. We called them interviews in those days, not auditions. And to come in and interview for a television show. And I met Bert Schneider, who was one of the producers of The Monkees. And he hired me. And he said, "Can you travel?" And I said, "Yeah, I can travel." And he said, "Would you mind?" And I was just breaking into the movie industry and everything. And he said, "Would you mind standing in for Davy Jones? Because I'm about the same height, same coloring, and everything." And so I was there every single day from the pilot on. You know, I didn't know who Davy Jones was. And, nobody knew
who Davy Jones was. Come on.
No, but this was the pilot, before the pilot, you see, so nobody...
When did he come to the country, Rob?
Well, he was on Broadway in 64.
He was on Oliver.
He was on Oliver. He was on the same Ed Sullivan show the Beatles were in 64, first one.
Told you knew.
And he was the only one that was already hired.
Yeah.
And the other ones had to interview. Right, Rob?
Yeah, actually, he said that for years, and no one believed him. And then finally, they found out. Yeah, he was right about that.
And I understand that we just lost Ward Sylvester, who was one of the producers.
Yep.
So anyway, I was, doing that, and then Ward Sylvester came up to me. He said, "We're writing for you," because they kept saying, "Val, would you do this? Would you get in that shot? Would you do this? Get in that shot?" And then he said, "We're writing for you." And I was shocked.
Oh, wow.
I said, "Why?"
You're doing something right, that's for sure.
Yeah, so...
You're a good-looking girl.
But it was...
yeah.
Somebody that's good-looking makes a big hit on TV.
And I was on time, and I did my job, and, I was always reliable, so...
See, Andy does that with us, but it's usually, hey, get out of that shot. Get out of here. We'll leave my garage. Put that tool down.
There you go.
And then we say, oh, okay. All right.
But, Michael Nesmith has a book out called Infinity Tuesday.
Thank you.
And you should read that book. It's got so many stories in it that are so wonderful. You would all really enjoy that
Infinity
book.
Tuesday. Let's make a note of that. We'll
Infinity
stick that.
Tuesday. Yeah.
All right, we are going to take a phone call because we have someone on the line that probably wants to speak with you if they're still there. No, call a call back. The lights stopped flashing, so we'll get back to that.
They got tired of waiting.
That happens.
Yeah.
Our guests are sometimes, our callers are a little impatient. Short.
Yeah,
impatient.
so-
Oh, come on. You had the paper covering the button. You couldn't see the button. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. Don't.
So did you work with George Barris?
I met George at an autograph show.
Oh.
It was in the days when they had him at the Beverly something on Vineland, and
Okay. I didn't know that.
But he was there. Davy Jones was there. That's why I was there, and there he was. He's the nicest man in the world.
Oh, yeah.
He gave me a picture. He wrote it down. He said, you should be doing these autograph shows because, you're Kitty and Batman. And we're going to take a call, I guess.
We are going to take a call. Let's go to the phones and say, hi, you're on with the Motor Mouths.
Hello?
Hello, Joe. It's the Bronx.
Bronx, what's up?
Hey, not much. Listening. Hi, Val. Hi, Rob. How you guys doing today?
Headphones.
Right, yeah, the... So you know who Val is, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay,
I've been
good.
listening since I tuned in on it, going way back. That's in fact, they just had some episodes of Batman and some of the other old shows on TV on the ETV channel and the Monkees, and going to have to backtrack in my archives and look up the old characters again. So it's going to be fun.
Well, I can tell you the Batman episode is Season 1, Episode 18. It is The Sandman Cometh and the Catwoman Goeth. That is the name.
So season 1, episode 18. I just wrote it down. Okay?
Excellent, yeah.
Now, I got something for you guys, a little bit off. I got a 3-part series about the joy of owning an old car. A friend of mine is a writer, and he wrote these little clips here. It'll take about 3 minutes to read this to you, and then see if you agree or not. Are you ready? This is Episode 1 of 3 to come, The Joy of Owning an Old Car. These are the ramblings of a person addicted to the old car syndrome, which is harder to kick than drugs and alcohol. There's no cure such as the 12-step program or methadone. It starts with an innocent thought like, it might be fun to have an old car to drive around on nice days. Next, you find yourself at museums or at car shows, and the urge grows into a desire. You talk to others who appear normal but have OCS. You think we have that? They give you a ride. They let you drive their cars. They take you to a show and shine. The persons are not your friends. They are pushers, and you'll soon have you hooked. It takes a free sample, and then you must seek therapy immediately. Phase 1 in the search. Having gone over to the dark side, you now have entered the least expensive phase of the habit. You will become an expert at searching the internet for bargains. You will become a regular at eBay, Auto Trade Classics, Yahoo, Google, and Craigslist. In addition, you'll see cars for sale at shows or on the back of a used car lot. Once you jump into the cyber world of used cars, you will be tempted by many such phrases as, and see if these are true, runs well, only downhill. Minimal rust, big holes with little or left to rust. Original interior was where the rodents got into it. Good paint under the oxidation and rust. Daily driver 20 years ago. One owner, out of the showroom and others later. Low miles. The odometer only goes to 99999 and then back to 0. Always garage. That's where it quit running. Must sell. The neighbors complaining about the junk in your yard. The price is firm. Some sucker will pay that much. Once you find the car you demand, you must now contact the seller and work out a deal. The car suddenly becomes perfect, described in glowing terms. Yes, sir, this is the finest example of a quality automobile manufactured by the Yugo company, and we all know what that means. The car becomes very rare, and only a few remain, and that is why it will keep its value. The rest have fallen apart, been crushed, or sent to Japan to recycle into new cars. You are one of many potential buyers, but will be given first shot at full price. You're the only one. You offer underselling price. We met with a statement above how much the seller has invested in the car and how much of a loss he's taken at asking price. Beer consumed during the registration is counted in the invested price. Is that the truth or what? When you ask for an independent assessment by a mechanic of your choice, the seller will assure that is not necessary as he has a good mechanic look at the car before it was listed. A close friend or relative paid in food or beer. Finally, your offer will be accepted with great anguish. A good act to cover the fact he was willing to take less and get the turkey out of his garage. Pickup and transportation will be worked out at your expense, which will add as much to the cost as you bargain down. Next week, stay tuned. The car arrives and the reality starts to set in. That's page 1.
Ah, page 1.
Page 1. I got a 3-week installment.
Oh, we back on the air?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right.
You cut me off, right?
No, we didn't cut you off. We actually labored through that. So, Bronk, do you have any questions you could ask Valerie about her prestigious career in TV and movies? Because this really is all about her today.
Okay. Let's see. Go back to movies. How did you get started? You're coming out of, I assume you're a New York girl, right? How did you get your first start, or what prompted you to become an actress and move into the TV industry?
I am not a New York girl. I'm a Los Angeles girl. I was raised in Hollywood.
Uh-huh.
And I had a part-time job when I was about 17 years old, after school kind of a job, for opticians. And I was the receptionist, and I was typing at my desk, and a casting director walked into the office and said, "Young lady, have you ever thought about being in the movies?" And it turned out that this young man, his father was the head of talent at 20th Century Fox, and he was Zanuck's right arm for 33 years. So I lucked out.
What was your first acting job? Was it a fill-in?
The first acting job was, I was scared to death, and it was the Hank Williams story with
Right.
Anthony Perkins, was it?
And what year was that?
Or
No.
I forget. 1964.
64?
Yep.
And how old were you then? Unless I'm